Part 4, how to build the perfect website for a restaurant. This is not incredibly hard because I want you all to understand something that is important. And I really want everybody to focus on this. I want you all to focus on the fact that a lot of the sites that we're replacing are not anything special. Okay? Give me a number one if you can be okay with that. The idea here is we're not replacing anything that's overly special. We are just building things that work better. I want you all to understand this. You are providing a website first and foremost. Please listen, because this is so damn key. You all are providing a website. You all are providing a website that is fast, is mobile friendly, has all the information that they need to convert a customer, is compliant with the secure socket layer stuff so that we have our privacy stuff right. But also, here's the biggie. Please listen to me. Incorporates reviews and incorporates new reviews. Give me a yes if this makes sense to you. Meaning all those reviews that the system is getting them, the website is going to be updated on the fly with all the new stuff that is good reviews. So let's build this stuff together, and I'm going to walk you through what I do. It's super, super simple. If you can see on your screen right now, I want you to look, and I'm going to pull this up for you. I want you guys to look. I got to get it, sorry. Promise I'm close. Can you guys see Netigen on your screen right now? Give me a yes or so. This is the tool that I use to build websites. A lot of you use this too. If you don't use it, that's okay. Just reach out to us and we'll send you a 30-day trial. What I'm going to do the majority of the time is I'm going to jump down here and I'm going to take restaurant template number 2. That is my workhorse, guys. That is my workhorse. And I'm going to go into my settings and I'm going to call this the Rutledge. And I'm going to bring this over here so I can see it. The Rutledge, a modern American grill. Okay? All right? And what I'm going to look at here is very, very simple. I'm going to go in and I'm going to say, okay, what do we have here? I'm going to grab the Rutledge. I want to do a quick Google search for Facebook debugger. Everybody see the Facebook debugger on your screen? Give me a yes if so. I'm going to put the Rutledge's stuff in here real quick. This is what they've got as, does everybody see that this is what they've got as their SEO stuff currently? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to copy this. Okay. I'm going to copy this. Right? We've got a description. We're going to copy this. All right. I'm also going to go back here. All they've got is this as their stuff. It's just their logo. It's just their logo. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back to Canva here real quick. We got our logo stuff here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to use the one side of this business card. Super dumb, super simple, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use page 2 of this business card that has the logo on it, and I'm going to download this as a JPEG. We're going to put this in our Rutledge folder. I'm going to call this meta image. We're going to go back here. We're going to upload. Okay, cool. And then from here, you guys, I want to do something real quick, and I'm just going to show you this process real quick. Does everybody see the Rutledge logo on your screen again? Give me a yes if you see the Rutledge logo on your screen again. Got it? Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is dumb. This is the dumbest thing ever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new design. And I want this design to be an Instagram post. Super simple Instagram post. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grab my Rutledge logo. And I'm going to paste it on the screen like so. And I'm going to make it big, like really big, like ridiculously big. And actually, let me make this easier. Let me show you how to make this like really easy, what I'm about to do, because I was doing this sort of a ass backwards way. Can everybody see the full Rutledge logo on your screen in the square box right now? Give me number one if you can see the square box, like I made it back to sort of where it was. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to drag this to where it's just the R. I'm just grabbing this little side thing, and we got just the R. Everybody see that I have just the Rutledge R now? Give me a yes if so. Okay. Don't worry about the pixelation on this, by the way. It's not a big deal. You'll see why. Go a little bit bigger so that it fills up the whole thing. And I can actually take this down too so that we only just have the R stuff, because that's all we want. So I'm just dragging this so that it only has the R. We're going to take this R to where it really just fills up most of this screen. Everybody got that? Give me a yes if you got that so far. Now we're going to download this. I'm actually going to title this so that it saves the way I want to. Favicon. Okay, so we're going to say this is the favicon. We're going to download this. And I'm going to do a transparent background. I don't know if I saved that to the right place. Oh, there we go. I get to choose desktop, the Rutledge favicon. We're going to save that there. Go back to here. We're going to upload our favicon. And click save. Everybody got that so far, what I was doing kind of to this. Now, what's going to end up happening here, you guys, is we save this, we go back to our pages here, and we're going to open this up. And obviously, none of this is the Rutledge, right? But you can see that you've got our favicon up here, and if you were to do this, it's got all kind of the same stuff. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go into this, and we're going to start editing this out. So I'm going to go to edit. I'm not going to do all the edits. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I will show you the pertinent things that you need to do. So we go in here, and we're going to grab our logo. And we're going to go grab our phone number. And it depends on which one you're actually doing. I'm going to do the one in Nashville right now, but this will be our phone number. And I'm really going to start looking at some core key things here, and I'm going to get into like kind of the key of what they're doing here on their old site. And I want to really like accentuate what they are trying to get across. And as I said, I'm not going to do all of this, but I'm going to show you the pertinent things here. So far, so good. Give me a yes if so. Okay. Now, one of the things that I really want to like get into is like, what are they showcasing? What are they really proud of, right? And so, this is sort of the vibe of what we're after here. And so I want something that's going to be a little more useful to us overall. They could always pass this video to me and I could make it, where it was a little bit better. But, I could do some really easy things here. Let's get rid of this background video. Let's upload something and let's just see what we got. Let's go to our food pics that we pulled out. And sometimes this works well. Let's see what we got. Everybody see that? At what point do you sell them on a new website? Wait for the agency level stuff. That's where we're going to cover this. This is just how we actually build. But let me actually preview this for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this background here that we've got, this main background, and I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to make our actual background a black so that when it loads, we've got a black there. That'll be good. Starting to see how this comes together and looks nice. Are you starting to see how this comes together and looks really, really nice? Like, that's the idea here. So you get into this, you guys, and you go in, and we can do some really, really fun things here, like almost right away. Okay, so we can put our restaurant story in here. We could take this whole restaurant story out. If you don't want to use the restaurant story because you feel like it's more basic than that, you can go out and you can take this out like this, and then we just go to this little transition section and we go match color. So I'm gonna go back to this so you can just kind of see what it looks like. Now, I really, really like kind of the vibe of the white down here. So what I'm going to do, and like I said, I'm just going to show you some stuff that's like quick. I'm going to make this padding a little more. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to transition this to a white background because I think the white background looked really, really good. Then we're just going to change our fonts. And if I'm boring, you let me know. I want to make sure I show you enough that you don't have to think about what we're doing here. Make sure we got all that. Oop, didn't quite nail that. I need to get that full white. Okay, let's go look at it. Cool. And if you don't want, by the way, if you want to if you don't like this, you can get rid of this. And I just want to show you kind of what you can do here. We can go up here. We can take this back down to a 0. And we've got something that looks like this. Now, I don't think I've got to do too much here to show you, I think everybody understands the things that I want you all to understand. You can take out all of this menu items stuff, okay? But you got to have hours. You got to have location. You got to have this map, right? So, we'll just go in here real quick. The Rutledge, okay? Let's go back up here and get our phone number so that we've got it in 2 spots. Hey, those of you that were looking at the site originally, do you think it's important to have the phone number in 2 spots? Do you think it's important to have the phone number in 2 spots? What do you think? I'm really just asking an opinion. I think it's like super important. Yeah, this one has 2 locations, by the way. I just want you to assume I'm building for 1 location. Let's go down here. Let's fix this. They obviously have a social media that they link to. Let's get into that. So we've got our Facebook page here. We've got our Instagram here. Ah, yeah, that's fun. They've got their Instagram linked and they don't have it actually on the page. Gotta love it. We could help. Okay. Let's get an actual picture here. Actually, I want a picture of the, because this is what turned me on to them in the first place. Let me get where I can find it here. Oh, that looks amazing. I am like wicked hungry right now. How many of you are like super hungry after doing this with me? And you're like, crap, now I've got to go eat. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm gonna put the caprese salad on their main thing. Okay. And obviously we could, do some things here. We could make this where it wasn't full width if we wanted to. And I'll show you what that looks like. This is all just little things here and there. Little things here and there. Okay? All this stacks up into us building something that's, real quick. We don't have to do a lot, but if we wanted to, we could. I could put a little space here at the top. But this is where I start. Okay? This is where I start. The only other thing I really want to do here, please watch this because this is really the important part of this, you guys. This is really the important part of this is what I'd like for you to do. What I'd like for you to do is go down here after the hour section, but before the location, click the plus button. Or actually, let's do this. Let's go to, because this will make it easier. We go to add block. Actually, I don't want that one. Give me a sec. Go to element. And what I'm going to do with element here is I'm going to go in and we're going to do Google reviews. Okay, so we're going to add our block. And then I'm actually going to drag in Google reviews. Let's see if I can get that in there. Well, it's not letting me. Hang on. I'll do full width. So now we've got our section. We're going to do one column. And in this one column, we're going to add an element in. We got our Google reviews. So what I'm going to do with this, you guys, is let's do ultra wide actually. I'm going to click in and make this background white. And then we're going to configure this. Okay. The Rutledge. This is the one in downtown Nashville. It's fetching reviews. We're going to click save. going to take a second for it to do this, but does everybody understand that this is built into the system? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the review header, or you can leave it in. But above this, I'm actually going to do it below to start. We're going to do a title. What are customers? Let's just do this. What people are saying about the Rutledge. Everybody got it? No, I don't have Zen Social. This is built into NetEngine. This is not Zen Social. This is actually built into the NetEngine platform. And so let's go back here. Got it? Now you can go in and you can say, I can actually match this a little better if I wanted to. I could actually, you know what? I actually want this to be dark. The card background to be dark. I want the text to be white. Let's make the card background dark so that it fits a little more of what we're doing up here. So this color is that, if this is your straight dark. So we're gonna go down here and this just is the color thing. Everybody see what we did here? Give me a yes. I know I could keep going here, but does everybody understand what we did here and what I showed you in terms of putting the meta together, in terms of this? Obviously, we want to describe our item here, but does everybody understand that I have a good baseline for this website? A good baseline for this website to be good to go. Does everybody understand that this is not using anything but this is just NetEngine? I don't have review stuff in here. This is just pulling. So even like if you're using Review Burner to do the collecting of the reviews, it's going to help collect it. But a NetEngine website is going to go look for the reviews and it's going to automatically update too. Does everybody understand how the reviews are always updated without you having to do it yourself? Be a yes if this is key. So your social media posts are going to be updated. Your website's going to be updated. This is all integrated without you having to do a whole lot of extra stuff. Okay? Now, obviously, there's more to do here, but does everybody get this? Does everybody get this? Give me a yes. Did I specify the number of stars for the reviews? I thought I did, but let me look here. Minimum star rating, let's do 5 stars. So we'll save it to where it's just the 5-star reviews. Good call. So far, so good. Do you build a demo website to show them? Oh, no. I don't build it during the demo portion. I build them a demo of, like, when I start building their site, I have them approve it before we push it live on top of the other one. But you get the idea. Now, what's great about this website is there going to be constant new content on this front page. Let me ask you, like, when we get done with this, and I've got this section done and all that, is there going to be constant new content on the site? Where's that constant new content coming from that sends signals to Google that this site has changed? What is the content that's going to change on this site every week? And send a little signal to Google. It's the Google reviews. So let me ask you a question. Does this help us with SEO as well? Does this add another layer to SEO that is powered by reviews? That is keyword rich. Holy shit, it's keyword rich. Like, does this make sense to everybody that we actually have content that's on our site that is keyword rich because it's reviews that are going to go into what we're doing? And so let me ask you a question. Does everybody understand now when I'm done with this, where we're going? Like, by the way, let's save and exit. I'm also going to go to this site really quickly. I'm going to go to new page and I'm going to go to website essentials and I'm going to do a privacy policy and a terms of service. So we'll get that down, privacy policy and terms of service. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to link all these sections here. So I can go down to the bottom of this page and link these pages to the pages that we created, which is the privacy policy and the terms of service. So you connect all those things, all those pieces, but does everybody understand at the end of the day, in less than an afternoon, because I already had the pictures, I already had the logo, I can pull all the other stuff from their existing website, I can pull the reviews automatically, I can pull their map location, I can pull all these things automatically. Does this make sense? Do you add a blog for content for SEO? I don't for restaurant websites because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like I wish it did because Rob, you nailed this. And like if we could add a blog in here, we could get more SEO juice. But I don't think it makes sense to humans for this blog to be on a restaurant website. Does that make sense, buddy? Like it just comes off weird. I love that question because I have wanted to do that for so long, but I can't find a good set of blog content that would be scalable for us as an agency to do across websites. That is such a good, no. Any other business, Rob, we're doing that, right? Like any other business besides restaurants, we can scale that, we can do that. That's a great question, and that's where your head should be. I haven't figured it out for restaurants to do the right way. You could do it, but it's not scalable as an agency. Give me a number one if everybody here understands that it's not scalable. We could do it, but it's not scalable because you would have to be doing all these individual posts. Then you go to the next restaurant, and you have to do different ones. It just wouldn't be worth the money. Okay, so does this make sense? Does everybody understand the three things that we've done so far for our $1,500 a month package and really what we're doing? Good. I want you to understand these websites don't need a ton of different pages. They just have to have the pertinent information. Okay, now part 5 is supposed to be how, like, the other stuff, like how to do this fast. I've covered a lot of that already. I want to talk about the newsletter.